It's June 22nd, JLD here, and welcome to MSTR. Today, in this show, we talk about 21 million in 21 years and what that means. We also talk about 592,000 Bitcoin. Do we really understand what that means going forward? Whew. The Texas Bitcoin Reserve is official. This is the eighth largest economy in the world. Wow, big time. And also, we have some Chanos. You're going to definitely want to see this back and forth. It's quite interesting. And we also have some epic video clips of Michael Saylor you're not going to want to miss. Nothing in this video is financial advice. In the comments below, let me know where you're watching from on this fine Sunday, just somewhere around the world. Let me know you're tuning in, and let's dive on in. All right. Our first post of the day from Michael Saylor, 21 million in 21 years. This is his updated prediction, and I am all on board with that. Jeff wants us to know that this is big numbers, and he does a little math for us. What's 21 million times 592,100 Bitcoin? That's quite a market cap, and that's with no MNAV. And that's with no added Bitcoin, which we know that Strategy and Michael Saylor will be adding Bitcoin forever. So very bullish. Chris says Bitcoin's price will appreciate to 21 million in 21 years. Of course, he's quoting Michael Saylor, who's just letting us know. HODL. HODL. Let's HODL. The Bitcoin therapist says, with a treasury of 592,000 Bitcoin, Strategy could do absolutely nothing for the next decade and become one of the highest market cap companies of all time. And of course, they're not going to do nothing. They're going to do a lot of things. We have the financial engineering genius of our generation, Michael Saylor, at the helm. Exciting times ahead. The Bitcoin therapist says just in the Texas Strategic Bitcoin Reserve was officially signed into law today. Texas has the eighth largest economy in the world. I mean, this is just setting the table, paving the way for just other people to jump on board. Exciting times. All right, we have the Bitcoin therapist says, I've been in Bitcoin for the last 4.5 years. The whole time I've been incredibly bullish. I'm a perma bull when everyone was pissing and moaning during the bear market. We were stacking like maniacs. I believe the next 2 quarters are going to change your life forever. And again, if you just look at this chart, I mean, we thought that these were the ends of the world and where we've come back to. And now we think that that dip was the end of the world and that this current dip that we're on from 110 to 102 is the end of the world. In the moment, it does feel like that in some ways. But when you zoom out and you just look back over time, the winners are the people that just held. James Chanos. The fundamental Bitcoin treasury company question. Does the business model of raising capital to simply buy Bitcoin create the MNAV premium, or does the existence of an MNAV premium create/allow the business model? And Adam and Jim actually go back quite a few times. I recommend going through this. It's quite good in my opinion. And a lot of other good comments, by the way. Jeff has a great one as well. So doesn't Blake, going back and forth. So basically, just a lot of good conversations happening, courtesy of Chanos, who is going to get his face ripped off on this short that he has put on. And then, of course, he's going to pretend that he sold out before his face got ripped off. But that will not be true. And it's just interesting times. So go ahead, read this all. I'll have it in the show notes below. Enjoy. I do want to go through Adrian's response, which I thought was kind of interesting. He said, usually I would come at this from a variety of different angles, have my own views on MNAV and valuation, but I will stay within the framework that you provided. One, this is kind of a chicken and the egg framing, oversimplifies the strategy. One could say raising capital to buy Bitcoin drives MNAV growth through proven yield, not vice versa, as premium emerges from execution, not speculation alone, which in turn drives sentiment. Two, thinking about this in economic terms, this model's success relies on Bitcoin scarcity and adoption, not some circular relationship. Cheap capital is used to exploit yield arbitrage. In a way, this is a strategy grounded in market inefficiencies. Three, unlike the extremely complex offerings and products from the Mag 7 companies, Strategy is making a profound yet simple bet. They have $60 billion in assets with a relatively small staff that can be scaled even further. This is a very efficient, robust, and sound model. Boom. Good job, Adrian. Really enjoyed that, as well as our interview we had a couple weeks ago. Definitely tune in to the Adrian Morris interview I did. It was very exciting and very informative. And now we have some great Michael Saylor video clips coming right up.
I laugh. Dave Portnoy complains about buying it at 10 and panic selling it. And then he's like, oh, I bought it at 40. And I hit the wrong button, all these things. And now it's 100,000. And what I've said, and I said this to Tucker Carlson on television, I said, I'm going to be buying the top forever. I mean, here's what I tell you. When Bitcoin's $1 million a coin, I bet you I will probably buy $1 billion of it at $1 million a coin, probably in one day. And when it's 2 million, I will probably be doing it again in one day. And when it's 10 million, I will be doing $1 billion or more in one day, right? It was a $90 billion asset class in March of 2000 when I was first looking at it. And then by August, it was about $180 billion asset class. And right now, 4 years later, it's $1.8 trillion asset class. And I think it's going to 18 trillion, then 180 trillion, then it's going to go beyond that. So I think it's a very simple thing. I think Bitcoin is going to grow from 0.1% of the money in the world to 7% of the money in the world over the next 21 years. And of course, you should just go long and keep buying it.
0.1% to, you said 7%?
Yeah, it'll go from like 1.8 trillion to $240 trillion. And it'll go up 29% a year, ARR. That is my base case.
And I've heard you say that in 21 years, it's going to be at $13 million.
That takes you to 13 million a coin.
13 million a coin.
13 million a coin.
At 29%.
Every Bitcoin you don't buy is going to cost you $13 million, my friend. I know wealthy people, they own 16 estates on the Eastern Shore, and they live in 2 of them. Like, why do they buy them? They land banking. What does that mean? Well, the guy makes a lot of money every year, and he doesn't want to put it in a savings account. So he goes and he just buys a cool piece of property, and he buys another one. Well, okay, it sounds good, but here's the problem. The guy buys up the beautiful pieces of property, and so you can't afford it.
Right.
And if the rich guy wasn't buying up all the beautiful houses, they would cost half as much. And you could live in a beautiful house. So here's what happens. Some rich dude has 27 houses that are empty. You don't have a beautiful house. You have a family. Your kids, your dog could use the beautiful house. The rich dude doesn't even want the house. He just wants a long-term capital preservation strategy, right? And so that's a perverse incentive and a distorted economy. That's broken. That's broken money. That's because the rich dude is using an estate on the Eastern Shore of Maryland as a piggy bank.
Yep.
Huh? But the estate doesn't get renovated. The house is falling down. There's a beautiful pool on the water, and you could have a great family picnic there every Sunday, but it's not going to happen because the rich dude has 16 other houses. He just bought that house because he thought it was a good investment. Okay, that's wrong.
Online shopping has never been easier, but this ease is new enough that we remember a time when entering all our credit card info every time we purchased something online was the norm. Luckily, we don't have to do that anymore thanks to Shopify. That's right. That purple Shop Pay button that makes it seamless to purchase online is powered by Shopify. And Shopify doesn't just make it easy to buy, it makes it incredibly easy to start a business no matter your experience. Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US, and they make it super easy to get up and running with beautiful, ready-to-go templates and built-in marketing and email tools. Worried about tracking inventory, payments, and analytics? No stress. Shopify helps you manage it all from a single dashboard. And back to that iconic purple Shop Pay button, it's why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/MSTR. Go to shopify.com/MSTR, shopify.com/MSTR. Let's be real. If you've ever tried to invest, especially as a beginner, you've probably asked yourself, how do I even find good stocks? What should I buy or sell right now? And seriously, what the hell is going on with the market today? I ask myself those same questions all the time. And that's exactly why I started using Investing Pro, the powerful new platform from investing.com that helps you make smarter investing decisions without drowning in information overload. One of my favorite features, Warren AI. It's like ChatGPT on the stock market, but with real-time data-backed answers straight from investing.com's massive financial database. Want to know why Nvidia dropped yesterday or why now is a good time to buy Tesla? Just ask. Warren AI gives you instant, up-to-date insights you can actually act on. I recently asked it where to invest $10,000 right now, and the list of stocks that returned, fire, full of actionable ideas I hadn't even considered. Bottom line, if you want to invest smarter, faster, and with more confidence, Investing Pro with Warren AI is a game changer. Check it out now at investing-referral.com/MSTR.
Our belief was Bitcoin is the solution to 8 billion people's problem. It's the solution to 300 million companies' problem. It's the innovation, the biggest innovation in money or property rights in the history of the human race. It's like fire or electricity, right? It's this new monetary protocol which is going to elevate humanity to new levels. So we became obviously very big advocates. We raised $500 million in a senior debt issue to buy more Bitcoin. Then we sold $1 billion of equity to buy Bitcoin. Then we sold another, then we borrowed money against Bitcoin to buy Bitcoin. Then we issued more equity to buy Bitcoin. If you fast forward through the 4 years, today, as of today, since we started, we've invested $7.5 billion in Bitcoin, which is worth any given day 14 to 15 billion. The market cap of the company went from 1 billion to 30. The enterprise value of the company went from 600 million to more than 30. So, and the stock 10x. So during that time period, the company stock outperformed just about every stock on the S&P index. It outperformed Nvidia and Tesla and Amazon and Apple and Google and Facebook. It outperformed Bitcoin itself. And it's not very often that you 10x a stock, 20x a market cap, 40x the enterprise value in 44 months. Right. So we took a particular position, which is Bitcoin is a good strategy. It's good for the world, and we're not going to be shaken. And while that was happening, obviously Bitcoin, when we bought it at 11,800, it crashed down into the 9,000. So we took like a $40 million hit in the first week or 2 weeks. So it was very stressful, losing 40 million of 250 million, right? I mean, it's a big thing, but we doubled down, and then Bitcoin rallied up. And it eventually rallied, went through the all-time highs and rallied to 66,000, then crashed down in the 40s, then rallied to the 66 again. And then this brutal crypto winter went from 66 all the way down to 16,000. Mm-hmm. Brutal. And then it rallied up. And so it is today where it is, and everybody's got their own Bitcoin journey, but MicroStrategy's Bitcoin journey is we started out of desperation. It was like, do this or maybe just shutter the company. We went from, desperate defensive to opportunistic. Hey, someone wants to give us $1.6 billion for nearly free for 6 years. If I offered you $1.6 billion for free for the next 6 years to invest in anything you wanted, would you take it?
Absolutely. We asked Dave Ramsey the exact same question. He said no, he wouldn't take it.
Yeah, crazy.
No.
And you must not believe in anything, right? I mean, if you're in business and someone's offering you, in essence, free money to invest in your business for the next 6 years and you don't want it, well, what it really means is you've run out of ideas. You don't know what to do with the capital. But, we went from the first step to opportunistic, and then it became strategic. And we realized we are a Bitcoin development company. Our job is to issue securities and to engage in technology projects and advocacy and education in order to spread, the virtues of Bitcoin and the opportunities of Bitcoin to the world.
And there you have it, another episode of MSTR today. And we are a mere 8 days, just a little over a week away from Reckoning Day. Will Bitcoin hold over 95,000? Will we hodl the line? It slipped. It's at right around 102, a little over 102 when I'm recording this right now. We still have a decent buffer, but as we all know, on June 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern, we definitely need Bitcoin to be above 95,000. If it's not, it will not qualify for the S&P 500 this quarter. We'll have to wait yet another quarter. I believe it's inevitable that it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when, but let's do it this round. Let's do it this quarter. Also wanted to move on over to my DCA portfolio for the year. As you can see right now, I have 74 shares. That's purchasing $210 every trading day of 2025. I'm over halfway through. So I'm on pace for somewhere around 150 shares, 140 to 150 shares. My current average cost per share doing this is $332. So that's cost me $24,764. The market value is $27,559. That's giving me an unrealized total gain of 11.29% or $2,795. So that's what I'm sitting on right now. We'll see what the next week brings. And then, of course, the Monday after that on June 30th will be a big one. Let's just keep on going. There's a lot of FUD out there, a lot of macro noise, a lot of global tensions, but let's hodl the line. Let's know that where we're going in 21 years, according to Michael Saylor, is 21 million. Everything is just turbulence in between because there is no second best.
What's the second best? There is no second best.